Halloween 4, the novelization. This is going to be a very short video, but I wanted to get a book review out. Simply, if you like Halloween 4, the movie, you're going to like the book. The book manages to get the atmosphere of the movie out in just the right way. It's amazing how much I'm watching when I read this book. It's like I'm watching the movie. It has that same unsettling atmosphere, as well as, just because it is a book, you get some insights you don't get in the film, like Brady's last stand with Myers. We get what he was thinking at the time. We get more into the psyche of Rachel and Jamie, as well as there's a little more with Reverend Sayer in this, which it's a nice touch for the book, and I certainly appreciate its inclusion. But I can say, if it was in the movie, and not that there's anything wrong with the extra parts with Sayer in this book, and for those of you that don't know, he gives Myers a lift to Haddonfield when he gives Loomis a lift to Haddonfield when, after Michael destroyed the gas station in Loomis's car. And you know that scene, it leaves an incredible impression. And it was one of those cases for the movie, less was more. That was just the right amount to make that character so iconic, where had we gotten what we did in the book, although I do want to emphasize it works perfectly for the book, I don't feel it would have worked as well for the movie, and the character would have left quite the same impression. Which I'm sure this was based off of the screenplay, but that's part of the process. Sometimes what sounds good on paper, or even what sounds awesome on paper, may not work in the movie. And that was a good example. And interestingly enough, in the beginning of the film, as a big Trekker, I found this very interesting. I don't know how well you can make that, but he actually thanks Walter Koenig in the book. Yeah, Chekhov. It was Chekhov's White acting class that introduced the author, Nicholas Grabowski, to his first agent. So that just gets extra cool points in my book. The ending is really well done, and there's a nice scene where we get the part in the movie, and we know how it goes. Jamie touches Michael, then Michael gets up and they shoot him. Where in the book she mentions, "I forgive you, Uncle Michael," which was a nice touch and makes this character even better. The character of Jamie is one of my favorite characters in the franchise, and she's just as good in this book because we do get to see a little more of her psyche. There's even a scene where she has a vision of her mother telling her to keep moving. We get more into her head of what it's like to be an orphan and to be the niece of Michael Myers. And I'm not going into too much detail because I do want you to read this book, but I do highly recommend the Halloween 4 novelization, and it's still readily available. I'd say get it now. You won't regret this book. So like, share, comment, subscribe, over and out.